He was booed during his walkout, he was booed for 2 rounds, and he was cheered after his post-fight speech. Man, you should watch MMA Guru's reaction to it. Anyways, congratulations to Moicano. He's definitely on the map, and definitely one of my favorite fighters right now. You give that man a mic, he makes magic every time. No doubt he can get in conversations with title shot. In this fight, where her opponent gets rocked hard and dropped multiple times, I really can't understand how a judge thought Nora won this fight, if not only for the fact she's French and fighting in Paris. I'm sorry, I know it doesn't sound that great, but it's just my opinion. At the end of the fight, it was even cool watching the intimacy between the athletes. After all, it was the second time they were fighting, and this time on the big stage, like I mentioned before. I caught on Instagram Jacqueline received a call from Poatan congratulating her, because although Jacqueline represents Portugal, she was born in Brazil. Hey yo, what's up guys, your boy Omen, now I'm back. So, UFC Paris is just wrapped up. I was supposed to upload earlier, and I'm very sorry for that, but never mind, I'm doing it now. I really had to talk about it, cause my god, what a card, and a lot had happened. But let's start with the obvious. Renato Moicano was the star of the night. He beat Benoit Saint-Denis within 2 rounds. And to tell you the truth, he did so much damage to him right on the first round. I'm even surprised Benoit made it to the second. Well, the second round would go to Saint-Denis, but definitely for some inactivity from the part of Moicano. But I think he was being strategic and took the foot off the gas, especially because I remember him saying in a press conference that Benoit is a guy that keeps coming even if busted up. And he definitely pretended to take advantage of that. Also, you could see all that damage was getting to Benoit. He definitely kept marching forward, but I don't know what to tell you, he was slower and he didn't even look like he was there anyways. And yeah, at the end of the round, the doctor decided he couldn't continue. His right eye was completely shut, so he lost all visibility from that side. In my opinion, it was definitely a good call. And from the part of Moicano, I really can't tell if it was strategic or if he didn't want to keep hitting him with all the damage he already done to his face. Anyways, it's undeniable what an amazing win from Moicano. But the best part was yet to come. What an amazing post-fight speech. He even cussed Macron. I can't really repeat the things he was saying. All I know is he was booed during his walkout, he was booed for 2 rounds, and he was cheered after his post-fight speech. Man, you should watch MMA Guru's reaction to it. Anyways, congratulations to Moicano. He's definitely on the map, and definitely one of my favorite fighters right now. You give that man a mic, he makes magic every time. No doubt he can get in conversations with title shot, and man, this would be another story like the Bronx. It would be just beautiful. Well, the co-main event was Brendan Allen versus Nassourdine Imavov. And for some reason, I was expecting for Brendan to win. Maybe you guys know by now that didn't happen, but actually the first round was all Brendan Allen. He scored a takedown first time he shot and basically controlled the whole round. Although it appeared hard to him not to stay stagnant. He didn't inflict damage, there wasn't a threat of a submission. In a way, he was kind of trying, but if I recall, getting to half guard was the best he could do. He was trying to evolve and change positions, but it looked kinda sloppy, so he lost momentum, and on the second round it was all Imavov, even though he didn't look brilliant. But still he stole the second round easily. The third round appeared to be a little bit more competitive, but I think by that time Brandon appeared to be gassing out. Congrats to Imavov, but I guess the feeling is Brandon's frustration. For letting slip away a fight, maybe he could have won easily. Well, at least that was the feeling I had. Now, because I'm Portuguese, I also want to give my 2 cents about a fight in the prelims. Now let's move on to Nora Coroli versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Now, this is a rematch. These 2 girls already fought once, also in Paris. Jacqueline took the victory then, but it's kinda cool to watch these ladies rematch and now in the UFC. They both have a similar background based on Muay Thai and kickboxing, and in a way they both come with a chip on their shoulders. Jacqueline was coming off of a split decision win over Josiane Nunes, which I completely disagree. That should be a unanimous decision win to Jacqueline Cavalcanti, no doubt. But you know how it goes when you leave it in the hands of the judges. On the other hand, of course, Nora wants this one back, because she lost the first one, and she's fighting at home, in Paris. So I'd like to start exactly with this. I'd like to express my disappointment towards the judges for again considering this a split decision win. Okay, in her previous fight I tried to understand that maybe Jacqueline ended up being hurt by the game plan, cause she was circling and picking her apart on the outside and forcibly make Josiane chase her. But although I disagreed, I tried to understand that maybe the judge's interpretation was that maybe Josiane was the one controlling the action, even though she was being clearly outstruck. But now, in this fight, where her opponent gets rocked hard and dropped multiple times, I really can't understand how a judge thought Nora won this fight, if not only for the fact she's French and fighting in Paris. I'm sorry, I know it doesn't sound that great, but it's just my opinion. At the end of the fight was even cool watching the intimacy between the athletes. After all, it was the second time they were fighting, and this time on the big stage, like I mentioned before. I caught on Instagram Jacqueline received a call from Poitin congratulating her, because although Jacqueline represents Portugal, she was born in Brazil, and it's kind of cool to watch these interactions between friends and athletes. From my side, congratulations Jacqueline, Portugal's with you too, and this is it. Thank you guys for being around. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys on the next one.